Alright, in this video we'll be looking at the quadratic equation formula, the formula method. It's really cool. You just take your values for A, B and C, plug in and solve out, you get your answer. Right? The only thing I would say is that you should just be careful with the minus signs. Those minus signs can be tricky, but outside of that you're good. You would need to memorize this formula. I know memorization is more like a bad word in schools now. Nobody wants to see memorization, but it's important you memorize this. The reason why is because you don't want to have to look for the formula every time you have to use it, right? It should sit in you. So take a piece of paper, write it out a couple of times, work on it until you know it. All right, so we have the first question here. 2x squared minus 9x plus 10 is equal to 0. Very simple. I'll drag out my a. My a is 2, my b is -9, and my c is 10. Right, so you can pause the video and try it out from the very first one, because like I said, it's quite straightforward. X is equal to minus 9, so minus b, plus or minus the square root of b squared will be -9 squared minus 4 times 2 times 10, right, over 2 times 2. So I'll just check my work again. A is 2, b is -9, c is 10, minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4. Okay, 4 times a times, that's 4 times 2 times 10 over 2a. Okay, I guess we're good. Would have x is equal to 9 plus or minus square root of, this is 81, minus 80 over 4. So x would be equal to 9 plus or minus square root of 1 over 4, which gives you two solutions at this point. 9 plus 1 over 4, because the square root of 1 is 1, right? So that's why we have 1 here, or 9 minus 1 over 4. So we'll have 8 over 4, which is equal to 2, or 10 over 4, which is actually equal to 2.5, I believe. So this question gives us 2 or 2.5 as our solution. Yeah, 2 or 2.5. So it's pretty straightforward, like I said. You just need to practice it a couple of times. Okay, let's try out the next one. Let me take this off. Okay, for the second one, I would neatly just, I think I should just neatly rewrite it first before I continue. So if I rewrite it, I would bring the -2 in, right? So I would have 0 here. I would have 2x squared plus x, then -7 plus 2 would give me -5 is equal to 0. When the -2 comes over, it becomes +2, so -7 plus 2 gives me -5. Alright, so my a is 2, my b is 1, my c is -5. Alright, let's go. -1 plus or minus square root of 1 squared minus 4 times 2 times -5 over 2 times 2, right? So that would give me -1 plus or minus the square root of 1. 1 squared is 1. -4 times 2 would give me -8. -8 times 5 would give me +40. So +40 over 4. So I would have my solution as -1 plus or minus the square root of 41 over 4. Okay, just give me a moment. Let me look at that. Let me check my work. Sorry, that will be -1 square root of 1 plus. I think I'm good. Okay, so our solutions would be 1 plus square root of 41 over 4, or -1, yeah, or -1 minus square root of 41 over 4. Okay, so let's do one up first. We have minus 1 plus square root of 41 over 4. Okay, so this gives me 1.35. And then minus 1 minus square root of 41 over 4, which gives me negative 1.85. So for this one here, I will write the answer. I can write the answer as I can write it as minus 1 plus or minus square root of 41 over 4. Some people like to leave the answers that way, or you could write it as 1.35 and minus 1.85. So basically, these are just two different ways of writing the same thing. Two different ways of writing the same thing. Okay, moving on, we have the final one. Oh my days, I deleted everything. Okay, if I remember correctly, this was 2 or 2.5. This was 1.35 or negative 1.85. Good. All right, so let's work this one out. You can pause the video and try it out. Like I said, it should be pretty straightforward by now. I have minus x squared plus 2x plus 12. Okay, so if I bring the 14 over, that will become minus 14. If I add them up, that should give me minus 2 is equal to 0. That's minus x squared plus 2x minus 2. I'm right, is equal to 0. So a is negative 1, b is 2, and c is negative 2. Alright, so let's plug it into the formula now. I would have x is equal to minus b, which would be minus 2, plus or minus the square root of b squared, that would be 2 squared, minus 4 times a is minus 1, and c is minus 2. Good. All over 2a. 2a is 2 by minus 1. So x is equal to minus 2 plus or minus the square root of, this should be 4 minus, because minus times minus times minus gives you minus, yeah? Minus 8, good, over minus 2, which gives me minus 2 plus or minus the square root of minus 4 over minus 2, which gives me, okay, wait. Notice that we have negative 4 inside here, so that means basically you can't find, there's no solution to this. That means that there's no number that would fit here. So we'll just write no solution. And that's it. We'll just write no solution and that's it. Okay, so thank you very much. The next slide should have some practice questions, so you can try them out and view the answers afterwards. Bye-bye.